Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel it's about time that we finally got to this box. This box has been sitting around in the corner, various different corners in my home, here, there and everywhere. I keep moving it around. And then it ended up in the shed. And then now it's ended up, well, it ended up down there on the floor for a while. Now it's ended up here. I haven't had a chance, a single merry chance, to even think about opening it up. But now is that time. So, bit of a backstory, I suppose. I was having a look around on the bay, on the net, surfing the net, and for something else. I was looking for some parts for someone else. Someone had said to me, can you know where I can find these parts, that part, whatever it was. And I was looking around, and of course, the way the net, the web of the cobs is, it just pops things up at you and says, have a look at this, buy this, you would like this, or whatever. And it kept showing me random things, cars and that, none of which I wanted because they're all far too much money. People want the world for a second-hand RC car these days. But a couple tickled me fancy, and this particular one here tickled my fancy. It should be what the box says, hopefully. It come from Birmingham. It did. And let me, I've got the pocket computer in my pocket because I'd like to show you the listing. I don't normally do this. I normally give you a backstory on the any RC car that I'm going to get going. But I don't normally show you the listing, but this one made me chuckle. And I'll tell you why it made me chuckle. It must be a thing with Birmingham and Manchester and that sort of area. When I buy things from Essex or Norfolk, Cornwall, Devon, anywhere like that, Scotland even, Ireland, the listings are fairly well presented. But Birmingham and Manchester, Leeds, them sort of areas, I think people are massively bloody blind. Let me let me show you what I mean. Just getting it up on the pocket computer now. Right, here is the listing. Right, here we go. Right. So, here is pictures of said car. Look, hey, that's a nice picture. Probably not in focus. There we go. I don't know what that's all about. That's a transmitter. Oh, that's a bit of a blurry picture. Okay, another nice one. Very nice picture. Okay. Alright. Nice. All the same. What in the world is that one? I'll just upload a blurry picture. Yeah. Nice. Okay. That's a shell. Very nice. Yeah. There we go. Now, I don't know if that's showing you, but they're all blurry. And I thought to myself, this listing, this is for me. You know, because, and I'll tell you why. The description, selling my Hyper 7, has upgraded Savox servos. Roto Start, I think that's what it's called. 2.4 gigahertz remote. Been sat in the attic, so it's from an American, or someone who doesn't really know that in England we call them lofts, for 2 years, not started it since. Throttle linkage missing in photos. I have refitted it now. Selling for spares, as I can't remember exactly why I stopped using it. Feel free to ask me any questions. Due to the nature of the hobby, no returns. There we go. That really got my attention. Sat in the attic, or the loft, for 2 years. Haven't started it since. I can't remember why I stopped using it. I like a mystery. So this is what we're doing. A mystery. Let's open up the box and find out what sort of mystery awaits us. I love to do non-running Nitro cars. Cars that haven't run for years and years. Or ones that are a mystery. No one knows. Well, why did I stop using it? I haven't got a clue. Did it blow up? Did I get bored of it? I don't know. So, here we go. I'll bring you in a bit closer. We'll open up the box. And then, we'll see. Will it run? Who knows? I was only messing around about people in Birmingham being blind, but I do think it's ironic. Why is it always listings in Birmingham? It's not just Nitro cars either. It seems to be anyone who's in Birmingham, Leeds or Manchester puts up blurry pictures for some reason. I don't know why that is. Anyway, this is what we've got. Oops, can't see a thing. This should be Hobao Hyper 7. That should be the spoiler for it. Here's the roto start. No battery, but I should have a battery that would fit in there and work pretty well. And we have got the thing there that goes in the back. It's got, oh, that's interesting. It's got a GoPro mount on there. I wonder if the old owner of this makes YouTube videos. Maybe they do. Maybe they're going to watch this video. In which case, how in the world did you upload blurry pictures, my friend? If you make videos for YouTube, I wonder if they're all blurry as well. Having said that, I can't really speak because my camera never focuses on anything. My camera is always blurry. Always. I think my camera is a blurry camera. So, yeah. They've tried to pick apart the air filter. Now, it's very common that when air filters sit for quite some time in lofts or attics, if you're in a place, we'll call them an attic, a shed, somewhere which isn't particularly temperature controlled, they do tend to fall apart like this. And that's not any good for anything, because what'll happen is, it might be alright when you fire it up for the first time, but if you was to drive it like this, it would start to suck in little bits of the foam. Not the end of the world. If it sucks in enough of it on a small engine like this, it can jam it up. It's not going to damage it as such, because it's soft foam. It won't dent the piston or the liner or anything like that, like dirt and dust would do, cause scratches. But it's not going to be good, is it? Let's be honest. So, yeah, that's what tends to happen. So that needs to be changed for a new one. Yeah, I mean, that's servos. We've got one upgraded Savox. What's this one? Oh, that's also a Savox. Oh, yeah, it's got two Savoxes, different servos, mind you. One's blue, one's black. They seem to work. Throttle, yeah. Everything seems to be there. I don't know why they would have routed that underneath the exhaust. That's strange, to say the least. So we'll remove that. You don't want it going underneath. Obviously it hasn't melted it. Well, it's not melted that one anyway. But it can melt that pipe. And I just don't like them being that way. I like it like that. That's the way I like it, so that's the way I've put it. Yeah, this is a nice Hyper 7. It's got nice wheel nuts, nice wheels. Tyres are in good condition. Diffs seem to be alright. Diffs seem to be working pretty well. Nice. Well, let's do it a little bit of justice at the very least. Let's take off these bolts, put the spoiler on it, and then we'll do what everybody's waiting for. Everybody wants to know, will it run? And by everybody, I mean Johnny, Manuel, Margaret, Bruce. You all want to know. They all want to know. And if you want to know, well, I'm assuming that's why you're here. Because you want to know, will it run? I do love a Hyper 7. And in fact, when people say to me, I want to get a Nitro car, do you recommend one? Now this is to some people's dismay because, well, I suppose a Hyper 7 could be seen as not being really for beginners. But when you get a ready to run Hyper 7, in my opinion these days, you know, they're just as good for beginners as they are for anyone else. Because I've learned that some certain types of people get put off of things very easily. So if they was to buy a cheap, well, they're probably all made in China these days, so you can't really say cheap Chinese, but if they was to buy an inexpensive, poorly constructed Nitro car, they would be put off quite quickly because of the construction of it, the build quality, and the fact that it probably wouldn't work particularly well. And unfortunately, with the modern society, people seem to tar everything with the same brush. So they would tar Nitro cars with the same brush as that particular rubbish one, and they would say Nitro cars are no good because the one they've had was no good. That is the unfortunate thing. I've just noticed that the clutch bell is about 6.74 miles away from the spur gear. Yeah, it's exactly 6.74 miles from that spur gear, look. And the clutch appears to be locked up because it's turning the flywheel as well. Well, at least we know the engine turns over, and I think we found why this particular person that can't take unblurry photos decided to stop using it. Something's happened to that clutch. So before we try and start it up, I think we'll whip the engine out because we've got to undo it anyway. I think we'll whip the engine out and we'll see what the crack is with that clutch first. Oh yes, Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Alright, we're missing a couple of... Well, not missing a couple, sorry. We're missing an engine bolt. Blimey. Blimey, O'Reilly. What we'll do, what I like to do when I get stubborn bolts like that, some of these, the tips on them are, well, they're not, if you used to get really expensive ones, see, the thing is with tools, you do get what you pay for. So a lot of people don't like to buy expensive tools like MIP, hoodie and all that kind of thing. I mean, I simply can't afford to buy them kind of tools, but if I could afford to, I would buy them, because you do get what you pay for when it comes to tools, in the most cases anyway. Like, for example, you know, Snap-on. With you know, Snap-on and Teng tools and all that kind of thing, and all the expensive tools, they are ridiculously expensive, but you do get what you pay for, and you do get quality. I know it's probably an arguable topic. A lot of people probably say Snap-on's not that good, blah blah blah. Harbour Freight or whatever other place you've got in your country. I mean, I quite like Halford's tools. Halford's Advanced are the ones I use for my real car. Mostly Halford's Advanced tools. Very good and a lifetime guarantee. When it comes to Nitro cars, if I could afford hoodie and MIP, I'd have them, but I don't. I just have these cheaper ones. This particular set was given to me, but I've got another set that I bought. They're okay for general use, but when you get bolts that are really, really tight, you will find that they won't hold up. And once they go, they take the bolt head with it, round the bolt head off, and then, you know, you're in a different world of bother, so to speak. So, you know, if you're in a position where you can afford to buy MIP and hoodie and some of the other more expensive but quality tools for RC, then I recommend that you definitely do that, because, well, you'll be thanking yourself later on when you haven't had to replace them and you haven't rounded off as many bolts as you otherwise would have done. Right, let's get, what's still holding it now? Bloody blimey. Johnny boy. Let's get a pair of long nose pliers. Oh, yeah, well, there's the air filter that I was talking about. Look, they've tried to pick it. Look, they've gone, ooh, look at that. I think I'll have that for breakfast. Looks like honey. Yeah, it hasn't really worked, has it? The throttle linkage is bent. He said in his little listing that was missing in the photos, which I didn't notice. And if he didn't say that, I wouldn't have noticed. Until now, of course. He's refitted it, and it's bent. So let's get rid of the car. Let's have a look and see what jam sandwiches await us when we take this apart. That's not going to be the right one. But that one probably is. I might have to get a pair of mole grips. Oh no, that's loose. And you know what that means? He's been in here, or somebody's been in here to try and find out what the problem is. Probably seen there is absolutely no clutch. Yeah, there's no clutch here. Somebody's eaten the clutch up, you know what I mean? That's the reason why the bell was touching on the flywheel. Ooh. Oh, that's alright. That's just the roto start. Whew! I thought we had a bit of a bearing issue then. Whoops. I thought that was the bearings rumbling around. But that seems alright. Got a bit of compression. There's not a whole lot of compression, but there is a little bit of compression there. Yes, there is. Right, let's have a look. I'm just having a look in my... So I've got one of these sets. I've got an Alien set. It's for an MP9, this clutch set. But I might be quite tempted to fit it on here. I don't like using clutch sets unless I really have to. Oh, I've got another one here, look. Oh, I use this one. This one's not as good. Well, I say not as good, but I like to save things. And yeah, I've got another three-piece clutch set here laying around them. I'm covered in spots lately. I don't eat a lot of oily stuff, you know, but I'm absolutely covered in them. It's mad. Getting spots and freckles and all sorts growing all over the place. Places I didn't even know they could grow. Right, really I should take the exhaust off because it would make things a little bit easier there, Johnny boy, but I'm not doing that. Put that there like that. Right, yeah, that'll fit. Right, so now we've got to put a couple of springs here. Look at this. A couple of springs there and a couple of springs there, you know what I mean. Now, the purpose of me buying this car, as the purpose of me buying it, well, that doesn't really go. What the bloody? As the purpose of me buying every single RC car is to sell on. So once I've mended this and sold it on, I'll be telling you exactly how much it cost me and how much money I made. Ah! And if I've still got any of my thumbs and fingers. Yes, there is a far better way of doing this. No, I'm not going to do it that way. Have you all calmed down now? Have you all accepted that I like to put my clutch shoes on in a very awkward way? Good. Right. You can do yours how you want, but I like to do mine with a screwdriver and poke 72,000 holes in my thumb every time. But everyone's different. So, on bearing, these, it doesn't help that they're, all jokes aside, they're particularly tough springs. They're a tough spring set. Them ones.
Someone's at your front door.
Someone's at your front door. Not my front door. Someone else's front door. Right. this up. Thanks, not for that. Thanks for that. There we go. That's not very free spinning, is it? That could probably do with... That could really do with a couple of shims on the inside. So it's just... I'll put these shims on the inside. They were on the outside, but that's probably because whoever had this before has taken the bell off, haven't they? There's another shim there. I'll put that in there as well. Shim it right up, John. Shim it right up. God, that is shimmed. That's a serious old shim you got there, John. Who's John? I don't know who John is. You know, just... I thought you was John. Oh, right. That's alright. I'll just put that in there. Right. Now then, that... Hopefully... Nah. Still a bit tight. Alright. It's going to be good enough. It's going to be good enough for me to test the engine. I'll have to come back to that and shim that up properly. I'll tell you what it needs. I'll tell you exactly what it needs. It needs a bigger washer. Let's do it now, shall we? Let's just do it now. Right, let's get... This is the drawer of nuts and bolts. This drawer has rescued many RC cars and has saved my bacon more times than you can say piglet. Four pairs of socks. Not four, 7 pairs of socks. £4. Right. Needs a bigger washer. Now, where's all the washers? Washer? Where are you, washer? Oh, that one might do the job. There's a clutch spring there. Oh, blimey. Could use that. Wonder if that one's going to do the job. I think it might be too big. Okay. Alright. You know best. You know best. I know. What do I know? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know a single dicky bird. Oh. That's a spring washer. Something tells... Oh, there's another clutch spring. I've got loads of clutch springs in here. Millions and millions and millions of clutch springs. Right at your fingertips. It's the drawer of nuts and bolts. Woo! Oh, look. Oh, there's clutch shoes in here. 1, 2. We've got number 3. Yeah. Only got 2 of them. Only got 2 shoes. Oh, and a blue one. Ah, could have put them on instead. Oh well. Got all red now. At least whoever buys it's going to have a brand new clutch. Oh, that might be a good one. Yeah, I reckon that might be a good shim. Now what it is, because the bolt goes on the centre of the bearing, it's pulling down on the centre of the bearing, which is not ideal. You know what I mean? That's alright, don't worry about it. I don't know either. I just make stuff up as I go along. Too big. I make it up as I go along. Is that okay with you? Right, let's try that. Now, if I can't find it now, I'm just going to go and I'm just going to forget about it for now and come back to it. I'll have to sort it out before I go on a drive of testing, because, well, it just won't work very well. I mean, it's not free spinning. It should be free spinning, but it turns. It's not binding up on anything. It just won't do that. Bearing a lot of good. It's alright. Alright, well, bear with me a second. Right, I'm back. Had to have a phone call, trying to help somebody with a CB radio, trying to get them. They're into a bit of radio, a bit of CB, but they don't know where to start. And I like to help anybody as much as I can. Why didn't I clear this up before I started, well, before I turned you lot on again? I haven't got a clue. I should have done, but I didn't. So, God, I'm juggling everything here. We've got radio going on. We've got bloody RC car mendering, clutches, and all sorts going on. But that's alright. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I've been indoors, cooked dinner. Didn't eat any of it. They ate it all. I don't really need anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm running on empty. But that's alright. We love it. Right. That's all that stuff out of the way. Clutch done. It's not ideal, but it's alright. And I never do things properly anyway. There's no point. Because I said so. Right, let's make sure. Did I do that tight or not? I can't remember what I did now. That'll be right. That'll be fine. There's no need to worry. Okay. You don't need to tell me more than once. I already know this. Why are you telling me again? I don't know. I just don't know. Right. Hoopla. Oh, car's ran the wrong way. Whoop. Put that in there. We are. Probably going to be a little bit too tight. Probably going to be a little bit too tight, actually. What you should do is you should just loosen it off, and that's cock, you know, like that. Okay, I will do. And what you should do really is put thread lock on that bolt so it doesn't come undone. Okay, I won't do that. I'll do it later and definitely forget. Good. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Right. Now let's put this together. Yeah. Line up the jam sandwiches. Like that. Right. One jam sandwich, two jam sandwich, peanut butter. You Americans are mad, aren't you? Peanut butter and jams. Well, I know you call jam jelly, don't you? If jam is jelly, right? Or jelly is jam, whatever. Well, no, if jam is jelly, what we call jam, which is basically fruit mashed up, like strawberries and raspberries, whatever, mashed up. So that's jelly to you. And what in the world is jelly? You call that jello, don't you? Jello. I mean, to us, jelly is like a flavoured, wobbly thing. Oh, look at that. That's more or less perfect. Let's do it up. Whoop. 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 Definitely not tight enough on the bolts, but the mesh is good. Right, let's put the throttle together. Whoop. Pop. Which one of these is the... That's the one I want. That's the one I'm looking for then, John. They go like that. We'll leave that one off. Right, what's this for? That... Okay, I know what that's for. Right, that goes on, that goes in there. Right, let's make a mess. Now, I need to find a battery that's going to work with this roto starter. Okay. Roto starter. I don't know. Oh, that's a tight fit in there, isn't it? Bloody blimey. Bloody battery won't go in. Alright. Let's see what else I've got. Gonna dismantle me one for me T-Max, yeah? Dismantle that. It's a bit dicky because the little negative keeps coming out of there. It's bent, that's why. There we go. That should now go in there. It won't stay in there. Maybe if I try and jam it in with this. No, that's not going to work, is it? Let's jam it in with this little one. Oh, it's done the trick. Happy days. I've never been so happy in all my life. And that goes in there. Oh, can you see the problem? Maybe I celebrated a bit too early. For the love of... my giddy aunt. Well that... It might work. It's a bit long now, but it might work. I just don't know. Oh. Happy dappy. Ho ho ho! Ready? Yes. I've got a very good feeling about this now. Right, where's the... oh. I need an electric giver, so we'll try this one. Might be flat, might not be flat, I don't know. We'll put some... Now this is nitroleum, and I just mix everything up together for fun. Stick a bit of that in there. Now let's see. Primed alright. Cool. Tastes funny. Throttle closed. Probably too far closed. I don't think that's gonna... About there probably. Alright. Let's see. Are we gonna get any go-go or no go-go? Ready? Okay, good. John, ready? Manuel? Good. Alright. The reason I kept on trying was because it did cough a couple of times, didn't it? I don't know whether this glow starts flat, if I'm honest. Let's try. That's one out of my race bag. I did use it a couple of weekends ago, so it might have gone flat. I haven't charged it since. This is my just couple of backup ones. I always take a couple of backup glow starters just in case my main one gives in, you know what I mean? Oh. Let's check on the plug. Let's just take a minute. Relax, calm down, and check on the plug. Yeah? Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Oh, brown spanking new, John. Okay. Have you worked out who John is yet? Nope, I haven't got a clue. Okay, no problem. Let's see. Is it going to glow? Oh, that's glowing perfectly. I reckon this has got low compression. I reckon it don't feel particularly good. And I reckon, let's stick a bit of What we got here? After on oil. Let's stick a bit of after on oil down there. It might bring the compression up enough for it to fire. If that don't, I'll heat it up, because that will make the piston expand. The liner will expand a little bit as well, but the piston will expand, and we'll get a little bit more compression. Okay, here we go. Alright. I've got a little bit of a suspicion we might have a bit of a block carburetor as well. So I'm going to get a bit of nitro. I'm going to tip it down the throat of the carburetor. Whoa! Far too much. Perfect for what we want. So now let's try. Too much, too low. That sounds absolutely wonderful, actually. That sounds brilliant. The tick over screw needs to go in, and that's because it allows us, you can't see in there, it's too dark, but the slide goes to, because it's just closed basically, so the tick over needs to be adjusted. I'll have a look at that. But once it got running, it ran very, very well. So obviously the next thing to do is to go and have a bit of a test drive. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'm really pleased with this. There's the shell for it. Transmitter over there. I'll have to get, I haven't got any AAs for it at the moment. I'll have to get some AAs, and I'll have to sort out, I don't think we've got any, probably not got a, let's quickly take this off and see if we've got a hump pack in there. If we have, I'll charge it up. And then in the next video, we'll go and give this a test run and see what it's like. Cool. Exciting stuff, eh? Very, very exciting. I'll catch you lot on the next one. Remember, everything is brilliant. If you like this sort of thing, getting old engines to run, think about sticking around, because that's exactly what I do all the time. I get a hold of as many of these non-running RC cars, nitro ones and petrol ones, as I can, and I get them running again to pass them on to people so they can be used. Simple as that. And I don't just do that, I do other engines and things as well. Catch you later on. Thanks for watching. Love life. All the best.